Garmin Dash Cam 57 promises next-level clarity, hands-free control, and true set-it-and-forget-it protection. Either we've reached dashcam peace of mind or we're paying for expensive confusion. On paper, you get crisp 1440p with HDR, a 140-degree lens, GPS tagging, voice control, cloud backup, and parking guard alerts. Sounds like the total package, right? But here's the thing, some of those features have fine print. Here's what caught my attention during real-world use. I installed the Garmin Dash Cam 57 in my daily driver and stress-tested it through city chaos, highway speeds, day, night, rain, and a couple of hot car afternoons. I've put the direct link to check current pricing in the description, but before you click anything, let me show you what I discovered after 2 weeks of testing. The Garmin Dash Cam 57 claims to capture sharp, usable footage in most conditions while keeping you protected with smart alerts and cloud backup. The big promises: 1440p HDR video with a 140-degree field of view for plate and detail capture, voice control, incident detection, and GPS speed location stamping, parking guard motion alerts and live view when you're away, cloud storage vault and easy app sharing. Sounds solid, right? Pretty bold claims for a compact cam, but here's where things get interesting. Some features depend on power, connectivity, and a few real-world variables that marketing slides gloss over. Reality check. They claim 1440p clarity that reads plates easily. What you actually get is excellent daytime detail and very good dynamic range, but nighttime plates at speed can still bloom or blur. Here's why. With small sensors and wide angles, you're fighting headlights, motion, and shutter limits. At 40-60 mph, even with HDR, it's mathematically tough to freeze a retroreflective plate under bright beams. Result: you'll catch context and vehicle descriptors at night, but not always crystal clear plates unless you're close and slower. They claim parking guard keeps watch and pings your phone. Reality: it works if the camera has constant power and your phone app connection cooperates. Hardwire kit recommended. Without it, the cam shuts down with the ignition and your so-called guard goes to sleep. Evidence: my tests with the 12V socket ignition tied yielded 0 alerts while parked. With a proper hardwire and the app set up, I got reliable motion impact notifications. Expect some harmless false pings from wind or passing trucks, but it did flag a legit door ding in a crowded lot. They claim seamless cloud and live view. Reality: Garmin's Vault is convenient, but the free tier has limited retention and uploads depend on Wi-Fi in your phone. No Wi-Fi around, no Vault until you get home. Live view needs constant power and an active connection via the app. It's not a magic satellite link. Evidence: clips uploaded fine on home Wi-Fi. On cellular alone, live view was hit or miss and slower than I'd like. They claim voice control keeps your hands on the wheel. What you actually get is one of the better voice systems I've used in a dash cam. It reliably saved clips and snapped photos. Here's where things get interesting. Loud cabins or open windows can drown commands, and accents may need a repeat or two. They claim driver alerts, lane departure, forward collision, speed red light camera warnings boost safety. Reality: they can help, but expect a few chirps you'll ignore after the novelty wears off. Lane alerts on curvy roads are chatty. Forward collision warnings trigger if you brake late but still safely. Useful as a nudge, not a replacement for attention. Build and heat claims: let's be real here. Compact body, discrete mount, and a supercapacitor instead of a big internal battery mean better heat tolerance than many battery-based cams. However, in a scorching car, the unit can still shut down to protect itself. Evidence: one blazing day in the sun, it warned and paused recording until the cabin cooled. That's safer than cooking itself, but you'll miss a few minutes of footage. Video quality: daytime footage is clean with natural colors and HDR keeps shadows and sky balanced. Motion is smooth and signage is readable. At night, glare control is respectable and streetlit scenes hold up, but headlight flare can wash plates head-on at speed. Off-angle plates or close-range stops are usually legible. What the marketing doesn't mention: a 140-degree view prioritizes context over telephoto plate sniping. That's by design. Smart features and app. Voice control works well for saving clips. The Garmin Drive app is polished but sometimes slow to transfer large files over Wi-Fi. Here's what nobody tells you: cloud convenience depends on your network, and the free Vault tier only keeps clips for a limited time. Extended storage and some database features may require subscriptions. Not a deal breaker, just plan for it. Build and heat handling. The magnetic mount is excellent, easy to pop the cam off, rock solid while driving. The compact body stays stealthy behind a mirror. In heat, the supercapacitor architecture is the right call for longevity. Red flag watch, none major here, but don't expect miracles in a baking cabin. Thermal protection will engage. Power, storage, and parking. For true parking surveillance, budget for the hardwire cable with low voltage cutoff to protect your car battery. The camera needs a high-endurance microSD card. Don't cheap out. Many so-called deals are fake or fail fast. User review patterns echo this. Unreliable cards equal corrupted clips. With quality media, incident locks worked reliably in my tests. Multicam auto sync is a sleeper feature. Pair a rear cam like another compact Garmin and manage everything in one app. That's slick for full coverage. Verdict: recommended for most buyers who want a compact, reliable, set-and-forget dash cam with strong daytime video, competent night performance, and legit convenience features. Pros: clean 1440p HDR, discreet design, magnetic mount, solid voice control, GPS stamping, and a cloud ecosystem that actually adds value. Cons: night plates at highway speeds are still a challenge. App transfers can be slow, real parking protection needs a hardwire kit, and any extended cloud alert databases may add costs. Pricing floats, but in its bracket it delivers strong value, especially if you care about reliability and support over spec sheet theatrics. If you want true 4K or a budget-friendly dual-channel setup, look at Viafo options. Otherwise, the Garmin Dash Cam 57 is a safe bet. Stay savage out there. Thanks for watching. If this review saved you from wasting money or helped you find something actually worth buying, I've put the link to check current pricing and read more reviews in the description. And hey, if you do decide to buy through my link, it helps fund these investigations without costing you extra. Drop your questions below, tell me what dash cam you're rocking now and what you want tested next. Up next, I'm putting a popular 4K cam against this in low light to see what actually matters. Subscribe so you don't miss it. This is your No Hype Gear guide. See you in the next one.